Dr. Brou, welcome to Laura's Social Corner.
Well, thank you.
Such an honor to have. I'm so excited because you are a legend in Oklahoma City.
A legend?
Yes, because you have more than 30 years experience.
Yes, it is true.
I say it's easy, but it's a lot of work, thousands of operations. So experience is, for me, everything, and for you as well, right?
Yes, I've been here for that long. I mean, I came to Oklahoma, hired by the university. So I worked for the university as a professor of plastic surgery for about 4.5 years. And then I opened up my private practice.
So how long you have your private practice?
Well, for 30 years.
30 years, that's not a joke. And you are a board certificate plastic surgeon,
Yes,
what is very important.
By the American Society of Plastic Surgery, yes. American Board of Plastic Surgery.
Yes, that's one of the most important things the patient has to look for.
It is true. It is true. The process of board certification is very, very critical.
Oh, right.
And it's supervised by the American Board of Medical Specialties. So only a few amount of specialties are recognized by that society, the American Academy of Medical Specialties. And one of them is plastic surgery, one of the early on, yeah.
So what is your specialty in the plastic surgery? I know you do a lot, but breast is one of the main ones.
Probably so, yes. I've done all kinds of different plastic surgeries, some more reconstructive and later on more on the cosmetic side. But probably what I do the most is breast and mostly secondary breast surgery, or what I call corrective. I do a lot of corrective surgery.
Yeah, because being a plastic surgeon is combined science, art, and psychology.
That's right. Everything plays a role.
It's like you have to be prepared, because sometimes it's not how we look, it's how we feel or what our body needs.
Exactly.
Right, and probably like I have example, my mom, she had a breast reduction many years ago because it was very big breast, and that was affecting her back.
Right.
So the colon was kind of getting really bad. So how you deal with all those three elements when the...
Well, first of all, you have to know the patient. You have to know your patient and kind of identify where they come from and what is that they want to achieve. That's very important, is to manage their expectations. So there's occasionally a patient that wants something that it's not realistic. You can't accomplish it. And so you have to be very careful about explaining that there's only certain alternatives and not everything is possible. But the great majority of people are very, very reasonable in what they expect. And sometimes they don't expect as much as you can deliver, which is good.
Especially,
yes. You always have to under-promise and over-deliver.
Right, that's the word everybody is, the expectations, I guess. Mm-hmm. And this is when you are a good hand, because you're expecting something and say, wow, this is better than what I expect, and that is when you really, it's experience where the result is.
Yes, you know what you can do and you know what you can't do. And so you have to kind of bring the patient into that.
And the one thing that you always really good about it is listen the patient. And that for me is very, very important, because you have the patient to listen what they want and their expectations.
That's how you find out what is it that they're trying to accomplish. Because sometimes they don't tell you necessarily, or they kind of play it down.
Right.
So when you don't know exactly their expectations, that's most likely where you're going to have an unhappy patient.
And one thing that it really surprised me is how, and probably in any career, but in the medical field, it's more like improving every day with technology, with everything. How you keep it up in these 30 years?
Well, you have to keep it up.
Keep it up, right?
For instance, I just came back from New Orleans when we had our plastic surgery, the meeting for this year, 2025. And I came full of new ideas or things to do.
Wow, that's wonderful. That is where, again, this is where the experience, and I think for me it's very important. I'm Latina, and the people really care, and you care, and you are one of the doctors that really care, and your name is in every surgery is your signature.
Right.
So that's amazing. That's amazing. So when you came to the United States, you are one of the #1 students.
Well, came out of the University of Cayetano Heredia, Peru, that is very
One of the more
recognized.
prestigious.
It's very prestigious, and my claim of fame is that in the examination for admission, I got the first place in my year.
Wow.
So I beat all the others. Yeah.
Yes. So that's
I
because
didn't expect that. I mean, that came as a surprise to me too.
really.
Yeah.
I think you maybe expected because you dedicated a lot of time and
Yeah, I expected to be admitted, but
not the number one.
Yes, exactly. So when we came to the window where all the results were put up, I looked and I found my name first, and I'm like, why? I mean, I thought it was a mistake.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is how you started your whole career,
Right.
And then you come to the United States. You went to Miami first?
I did general surgery in Miami. I did 4 years of general surgery. And then I went to Galveston, Texas, the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
I did 3 years of plastic surgery there. And that's how I graduated as a plastic surgeon. And all those programs are programs that are approved by the American Society of Medical Specialties. See, those were all programs where you develop board certification.
Because you have to pass.
Because they're standardized programs, and they have to be approved. Because not anybody can open up their office and say, I'm teaching you plastic surgery, because that's meaningless.
Wow, that's very important to know. I didn't know that.
So all those programs are programs that are certified by the American Academy of Medical Specialties, but also there is a regulatory institution for all the training programs, so they have to be certified to train people. So then when you finish that, you can take your board examination. When I did that, there were 2 board examinations. One was a written board, and the other one was an oral board. So you have to come to, in the oral boards, they examine you on your own patients. So you have to submit all the patients that you do in your first year out in practice.
Wow.
And then they examine you on those. And it's an oral exam, so there's well-known plastic surgeons that are examiners, and they will ask you questions, and drill you down. And then after you pass, so to be board certificate, you have to pass every year, right? This is where you went to? No? Not necessarily. How that work? No, there's a recertification program now that is every 10 years you have to recertify. But I grandfather on that. So
yes,
once I got my board certificate,
and here in Oklahoma City. So that's wonderful to have somebody with that much experience here in Oklahoma. Yeah. And the people there know that he speaks Spanish as well. So that's, he is fluent in Spanish.
It's like my kids. I mean, you try them to speak Spanish, they wouldn't.
But they understand?
But they said, sí, bien.
Hambre. Outside the surgery, you are an athletic as well.
Maybe a little.
Little?
Yeah.
I like windsurfing.
Yes, I love that.
You did it because Oklahoma, we don't have that much ocean, or because you can practice that at the Lake Hefner?
Is big enough for that.
I love that.
There's a lot of people practicing wind sports there, not just windsurfing, but kite boarding, and now the famous wings. And then there's a lot of technology invested now with foil.
Yes.
So I like the wind foil, yeah.
What is that one? That one's the
foil goes underwater. It's like a big, long fin, but it has like an airplane shape in the bottom. That's called a hydrofoil.
Wow, so you're really improved in everything, huh? Not just in surgery. You're going to be in the top for everything.
You have to.
You have to. So that is a good thing to know about you, because you've been in Oklahoma for that many years. You have a wife and 4 kids?
4 kids and 4 grandkids.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your wife is, her name, what is her name?
Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Just like the cartoon, Ziggy, yes.
Wow.
She was named after her grandfather, whose name was Siegfried. I'm glad she wasn't named Siegfried.
That's right.
I would not marry her.
Oh, we can change the name. Yeah. Well, you probably would marry her,
so
because
Ziggy is kind of like home name for.
Where is she from?
Well, she was born in LA, and she was adopted as a baby and brought to Peru where she grew up. Yeah.
So she speaks Spanish as well.
Yeah, she speaks just as good Spanish.
Did you meet her in Peru?
As a matter of fact, I did. Yes, I met her in medical school.
Oh wow, that's a wonderful story. Behind you is behind like a great man is always a great woman.
Absolutely.
And that's the proof. And always is a proof for me because there's a lot of good doctors in Oklahoma. We have plenty, but ones with a lot of experience and knowledge, not too many. So I'm so honored to be here.
Good doctors.
Yeah, we do. We do have a lot of good doctors, but 30 years experience is a lot.
It's a lot. Yes.
Not everybody can say that.
I know.
So,
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
something very unique. What about you give it to the doctors now? Because it's getting hard for young people to be a doctor now. What advice you will give it to them
Well,
to follow your steps? So
you're right.
What
I mean,
they
I
can
think
do.
the best thing I did in life, other than marrying my wife,
yes,
was to go through medical school. I mean, it just opens so much knowledge about humanity. It's incredible. To know the physiology, how the body works, and how it doesn't work, or why it gets sick, and things like that. It's invaluable, the amount of knowledge in medicine. But it's not longer looking as it used to be. Like when you finish your career, you open up your office and do your doctor thing and not have to worry about anything. Right now, there's so much control over the doctor-patient relationship in terms of, what insurance allows you to do and what insurance is going to pay you and things like that. So, and nowadays what's happening is big corporations like the big hospital chains are hiring doctors. So you're no longer an independent practitioner, you become an employee of a big corporation. So that takes away more of the freedom and the freedom to interact with your patients.
because it's rules that now you have to follow.
Right. Not only that, but these corporations want to make money.
Yeah, and that is where they
Make money for them.
the doctor came and they talk to you really quick, and then
That's
you don't
right.
see.
I mean, the doctor is held, to a certain standard, and they say, well, you need to see more patients. So
Yes.
you need to, make your consultation smaller or shorter, and then just turn around.
That's
And
right.
that doesn't play well either with doctors or patients. I mean, it's terrible that we have to go through that.
So you decide go to aesthetics as well, because it's a combination. Probably the patients ask you for it.
Right. You're completely free from insurance.
Right.
It's a relationship between me and my patients. We don't have to worry about insurance, whether they approve the treatments or procedures or anything like that. It's just me and the patient and what is the patient interested in and whether I can deliver it or not. And we have, set prices for things, and that's the way it is.
Right. And then one of the things that I like about being here in Premier Aesthetics is having a doctor available. It means a lot to me. So, and it should have mean a lot for everybody, for all the patients.
That's right. I mean, because the medical spas are becoming a commodity, and there's a lot of them opening up, and they're
Yes.
not necessarily well supervised. And some are flat out just illegal.
Yeah.
But the public doesn't necessarily know that. And so sometimes things go bad, and then when you try to figure it out, it's just that the things were not done properly and not supervised properly.
That's right. So here everybody's training well, and they have to approve by you.
Absolutely. We always demand the highest level of training and certifications, like a board certification, for instance. I mean, that's
Okay.
the top level. My other providers are also in the highest level of certification and qualifications.
So they have to have, and then you take like a little exams before you.
We train them.
You train them here.
Yes, we go places where they get their education, And we train him there, we train him here. I mean, most of the manufacturers of products, pharmaceuticals that sell us products are interested that you do a good job. So they'll send trainers, and we have volunteers that come here and we do treatments on them until we feel comfortable. And we always do treatments on ourselves before we do it on anybody else. Yeah.
That's a wonderful, Dr. Brou. It's been a pleasure to having you and share your story with us, with Laura Social Corner, because it's a lot of people they need to know. And we appreciate it, your wisdom, your kindness for being with us today. So
you're very welcome. I appreciate you disseminating this type of information. It's very important for patients to be smart consumers.
Yes, because they give you for granted and they need to do the homework before they go to any spa and doctors and
Absolutely.
Right. So thank you so much for being here today, and
you're welcome.
I hope to see you next time.
Very good.
Thank you.